did she do last night?
Better.
Yeah?
She still woke up a bunch, but at least it wasn't like just crying nonstop.
Yeah.
We could definitely use a few more hours of sleep. Good morning.
This morning, we've awoken to find ourselves surrounded by a peaceful seaside paradise. Our attempts to access a camping area on the Pacific Ocean the night before had failed due to some construction in the area, which had closed off what was rumored to be one of the best campsites in Western Oregon.
How's it going?
I know you!
Just when we thought we would have to drive into the night in search of an alternative, we stumbled upon some fellow travelers who invited us to join them in a small camp just outside of the closed area. While we rarely camp with strangers and warned them it could get noisy with baby Abigail, they insisted we stick around and soon had fed us a delicious meal of fried fish, which sealed the deal. After a long visit around the campfire, we had quickly become friends, and soon the disappointment of the missed campsite was forgotten in light of the positive outcome.
You see my cup, huh? Oh, that's way too hot for you. It's way too hot for you. Yeah, look at you go. You smart.
Today, it was time to pack up and make our way back to the mainland before the tide flooded our escape route. Though, to be honest, it wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world to have to stay another night right here. And so, after taking in the view over a simple breakfast, we packed down and said goodbye to our new friends before beginning our trek across the unpredictable sands.
This guy shows up with his cool rigs. Woo! Hi, Kevin.
Hey, how's it going?
Those who don't know, that's Kevin Lifestyle Overland.
It's awesome camping with you, dude.
You guys sticking around more?
I'm gonna throw the drone up here in a second and get some stuff driving out.
I was gonna do that too, and I'm gonna see how the road out.
Gotcha.
Because it's nice to do this on when the low tide's coming or when the tide's going out.
Right.
Because you know if you get stuck, you got 6 hours to recover.
Right.
With tide coming in, I'm learning my lessons.
I hear you. I hear you.
Take care.
See ya.
itself was a troublesome spell. Need a voice into another, I've made myself. And I've been running from myself now most my whole life. It's when I am becoming is a cynical guy. So I stick to my guns and I keep my head still. When I shoot to kill, and I don't stop till I got my fill. Oh, my feelings failing me. Oh, my feelings failing me. Oh, my feelings failing me. I've been waiting my whole life, facing time keeps taking, time they'll take to me.
After completing our sandy drive just in time for high tide, we aired up and made for a nearby town to top off our fuel tanks. If you've ever been to Oregon, then the fuel station can be quite its own experience, since up until recently, it was illegal for drivers to fill their own tanks.
How are we doing today?
Pretty good about yourself.
Good.
Premium, please.
Fill it?
I saw you're from Utah. You watch Matt's Off-Road Recovery?
I know of him, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're YouTubers, so we don't have much time to watch ourselves.
Oh, so what are you guys?
Lifestyle Overland.
My kid now, he's like 11. He's like, Dad, when I get older, I want to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Put it in there. I'll just have you
There you
plug
go.
it in there.
That's us right there.
Now I'll get a bunch of your guys' stuff.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Take
thank you,
care.
sir.
Hey, nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you. You have a great adventure.
All right, thank you.
And I'll start watching you guys' videos.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, we got a new subscriber.
Yeah, I saw y'all chit-chatting.
While it is a bit odd having someone else fill up your pride and joy, we came away from this interaction with a new subscriber. So if you're watching this, we hope you're enjoying the story. With our fuel tanks topped off and a couple hot tips from our new friend, we struck out to see if we could find somewhere to camp on the beach. But unfortunately, after several hours of searching, our only options in this area required a permit, a vehicle flag, and even then meant we would be surrounded by side-by-sides and ATVs ripping through the dunes at all hours of the night. And so, while Sarah fed the baby, Caroline and I took a stroll to the beach so she could dip her toes in the Pacific Ocean. While she's already seen the Gulf of Mexico, Arctic Ocean, and Pacific from the Kenai Peninsula and Costa Rica, this ticks off her West Coast bucket list. Pretty impressive for a 10-year-old who's got a long road of travels still ahead. With the winds beginning to kick up over 25 miles an hour, we gave up on the idea of a beach camp and instead headed for the hills and the nearest national forest to what we hoped would be a quick camp for the night. All right, well, we are on the hunt for camp and had high hopes for this road. It's got all kinds of dispersed camping indicators on the side of the trail.
Baby girl still asleep.
She just woke up. And there's only been like 2 even decent camping possibilities. The rest have just been pull-offs. And of those pull-offs, they were just covered in trash. Not a little bit like we could camp here and clean up. No, like bring a pickup truck kind of thing. So starting to drag on here just a little bit. And now we have a fork in the road. Which way? As many of you may know, we've had a lot of frustrations with Gaia GPS since their ownership changed hands. So we've evolved into using multiple apps and devices to keep us on the straight and narrow. These days, our primary navigation app is the Avenza program, where we can import the MVUMs, or motor vehicle usage maps, straight into our device, which will then geolocate us right on the PDF. This is handy, since we can see the dispersed camping areas shown as dots along these trails. We still use Gaia GPS for research purposes, and we've also been trying OnX for trail ideas and route tracking, but no single app is perfect, and so having a library to choose from is important when you find one lacking in a certain feature. All right, we'll bring it on down. I think this spot's going to work. Well, definitely not as many options on this route as we had anticipated. It's an awesome drive. There are sections of legit Forest Service roads that are paved. Like you could roll a marble across them. What was that?
Did you really went down this road? I still haven't found you yet.
Yeah, I'm at the end of it. It's like paved. It's incredible. So at least we were covering lots of ground very smoothly. But very different. Very, very different. Here old Squeaky coming. Having Silver with us to quickly scout out these offshoots came in handy and kept us from having to back the trailer out of dead ends or tight situations. Eventually, I found a small spur with a clearing big enough for us to call home for the night and radioed Sarah to come on down with the rest of the family. Well, that's the hardest campsite in a while.
Yeah.
Dang.
And it's still not even like spectacular.
No, it's not.
At all.
But it's camp for tonight, so we'll just get up early and keep hunting tomorrow. Here we are. Here we are. Home for the night. Look at you sitting up and getting after it. Ah! Behold. What was that?
All kinds of raspberries.
Hey, I told you I'd find us a cool camp. How are they?
I think they're all right.
Yeah.
That one. There's some nice dark ones right there.
Yeah, that was a good one. We're like monkeys sitting in the bushes.
I know.
A little bit of spaghetti for dinner.
Yeah.
Someone's
And toes.
having
Spaghetti
some
and toes.
and straps. How's it going there? Does that feel good? You like that? Yeah? All right, well, it's been bath night for most of us tonight. Oh, I've forgotten how nice it is to have that much water and to be able to take a shower. Feel ready for another week of adventure.
Oh, are you figuring out splashing with your hands now? Oh boy. Oh. Did you get your own face?
Yeah, I'm laughing at you. After a quick but tasty dinner of spaghetti, it was time to give Jiffy Pop another try. The past few attempts failed horribly and were completely inedible, so our fingers were crossed that this one came from a good batch.
Okay, so what are you
You wanna do it?
Sure. Ready? Set.
That'll do.
Here, let me try. Popcorn. It was like popcorn from the movie theater.
Better than the last one you did?
It was way better than the last one we tried. It actually popped. Good morning. All right, time to hit the trail. Turns out that this route didn't have a lot of epic camps, which is okay. You can't be epic every time, and we've been spoiled lately. So this was perfect for getting some rest, getting some food. Now we're heading back out again. Haven't really decided exactly where we're going next, but this is all new territory, so everywhere we go is a win. Just getting to see all kinds of new stuff. So let's get on the road. If you've ever gotten addicted to the pursuit of epic camps, then you know it's a problem that can lure one down trails late into the night. With a baby riding along these days, we've learned that you have to set a time limit and end the search before dark. What makes it worse is when you get up the next morning and find something incredible just a few more miles down the trail. This was one of those instances. It's spots like this that feed the fire, and missing out by just a mile or so means it gets even harder to stop the next night when you're convinced the next epic camp is just around the bend. Hi, my name is Kevin, and I have an epic camp addiction. Chime in below if you struggle with this too. Well, not a mile down the road, as always. Beautiful, beautiful camp spot. But you never know. I mean, if we just pressed on, we could have ended up 10 o'clock at night and still no camp in sight. So sometimes you just gotta buckle down where you are, but whoo-wee. We'll mark this one for the next time around.
Well, I guess you win some and you lose some.
Yeah, clearly. And I just realized that this thing was switched to manual focus, so you probably couldn't even see me.
Hot, but it would have been.
Yeah, it's hot now. It'd been nice last night, though.
Oh, it would have been.
You would have had probably
Beautiful last night.
Oh well. It looks like, look at that little trail that goes up to that 360-degree view and all.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Our taste of the coastline had us longing for more, so on a whim we returned to the trailhead from a couple nights before on rumors that they open up the construction area from Saturday morning until Sunday night, and we wanted to give it one more try. Just as we pulled up to the trailhead to the beach, we found the undergrowth ablaze from what looked to us to be an arson incident. We quickly sprung the action and knocked out the hottest spots with our fire extinguisher. There were apparently quite a few unspent rounds of ammunition in the underbrush, and small rounds began cooking off as I switched to water and sand to slow down the brush fire.
Where's this person? There's another one in the kitchen.
Let's grab some water. On up here beside me. And it's moist enough, it's not going anywhere too fast. I could have got ugly real quick though.
Yeah. Oh, we also have our shovel. We can throw sand on it.
An individual who arrived just before us emerged from the brush in the direction of the makeshift gun range and told us he had called the fire department and was making sure there weren't any other blazes nearby.
Somebody did that on purpose. Clearly.
Just threw a cigarette out. Well, enough people were just coming down here to cruise.
All right, well, that was interesting. Someone clearly, intentionally set fire to the grass over there, so that was a little bit weird. Quite a few small rounds that were going off in the fire as well, so that made it real interesting. It's all put out now. It wasn't going to go far anyhow once we kind of looked around. Fire department's on their way from Coos Bay, so I guess they'll come out and make sure it doesn't go any further. But you just never know. That's why I say always carry a fire extinguisher. It makes a huge difference. Once the excitement was over, the local fire department arrived and finished dousing the smoldering bushes as we switched focus to attempting to access the beach. But sadly, the website was either wrong about the weekend openings or the construction company neglected to open the gates. So it was time to move on and see what other magical places Oregon had waiting for us. And wow, did it ever deliver.
When we were younger, you started on with the love you gave. I spread over and over among us. When we were younger, when we were younger, I had in mind to keep an eye on you. Watch you fill the room without a whisper. When we were younger, and I held my breath like it was my last one, but you stared there right in front of us. You stared there right in front of us. When we were younger, we'd sit around to see your point of view. Watch you give an inch and take the moment then. When we were younger, and still I had my breath like it was my last one, but you stared it right in front of us. You stared it right in front of us, like when I saw you for the first time. Like this before, it reminds me what I've been missing here. Every memory, every more, you're reminding what I've been missing here. When I saw you for the first time. Oh, you were
We came here specifically for you.
Who had considerable battle experience and whose fame as a war chief was...
Going to be a few down trees up here, nothing you can't get past yet. So one of the nice parts about having Silver along for the ride is that she can just bring the trailer at a steady pace. I can rocket ship ahead, scout out some little offshoots, and try and hopefully speed up the camp finding process, especially now that it's getting dark on us. We knew we were pushing our luck. We knew the day was going to run out on us, but we just had to go and see the Oregon coast. My goodness, it's just gorgeous. So now, as the sun fades, trying to find a dispersed camping spot. We even considered a campground, but they are all full. All full. So, we continue on. After spending the entire day exploring places along the Oregon coastline, we made our way back to the forests for the night. I really did my best not to let missing the epic camp the night before get into my head, but we still pushed on a little later than we preferred. Thankfully, we found a snug, sheltered campsite just as the evening winds began to kick up on some of the more exposed places we had passed over. Another long day. Home again, home again. We were simply exhausted, but high on the excitement and beauty we'd experienced. This was one of those nights where we were especially relieved that camp was a breeze to set up, thanks to the borrowed Voyager trailer from Expedition Trailers. We had also received word today that way back in Utah, our very own version of this trailer was entering the build process with some fancy ideas we've been cooking up with Artie and Stacy for the next chapter. And so, while Sarah fed a sleepy Abigail, Caroline and I whipped us all up dinner of grilled cheese before climbing into the rooftop tent for a much-needed night of sleep before our Oregon travels turned east to begin working our way home. Slowly, of course, with hopefully a few epic camps along the way. Thank you all for riding along on this incredible adventure with our family. We hope to see you next week as our travels continue, so please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss another mile. And as always, remember, stay curious and leave it better than you found it.